What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys had a fantastic Halloween. We are back talking about the James Harden trade. Obviously, we did a James Harden Clippers rebuild. Today, we're going to be doing the other side of the trade, that being the Philadelphia 76ers, where it's going to be life after James Harden has gone. Before we get in today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. It is the 1st of November, so let's try to make this a fantastic month. Go ahead and hit that sub button if you're new around here. We're on the road to 50,000 subs. Other than that, episode number 5 of the Hoops Crush podcast dropped today. Link to that channel into that video is down in the description below if you want to go check it out. As I told you guys yesterday, the trade actually happened while we were recording, so my live reaction to the James Harden trade is actually in that video if you want to go see that. But other than that, Philadelphia 76ers, of course, have moved on from James Harden. The drama is finally over, and we all know the reason why they did this. Or if you don't know, the biggest thing is they got a bunch of expiring contracts and a couple of draft picks, actually 4 draft picks in total, 2 being second rounders, then 2 first, that they could use to potentially go after a disgruntled star potentially at the trade deadline. So I think this is actually not a bad trade for the 76ers as long as they can find a way to turn it into a star at the deadline. 2 guys that immediately come to mind to me would be like Chicago's Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan if they were to become, available at the deadline. So those are 2 guys that immediately come to mind. Malcolm Brogdon on the Blazers or Jeremy Grant, like those are kind of like, I don't know if I would consider them like stars by any means. Like they're probably like above average role players or elite role players if you want to go in that direction. So that's definitely an option as well. But if you look at the rotation for the rest of the season, this is what it looks like currently according to 2K. Now, I'm actually not going to start Beverly. We're actually going to go ahead and move Maxey to point guard for the rest of the season. And I also want to make sure his shot tendency is through the roof, because obviously with Harden gone, this is the man that's going to take the reins. So we're going to push this up to a 90, and he's been really good so far this season as well. So he's going to have a 90 shot tendency. And with Maxey being moved to point guard, that moves Melton back into the starting 5, which is what they're doing anyway. So it's Maxey, Melton, Tobias Harris. They want to start Nicholas Batum. We have Joel Embiid, Oubre, Kenyon Martin Jr. as well, Paul Reed, and then Mo Bamba. And then we have like Marcus Morris, Beverly, and Robert Covington all just sitting out here. I actually think I'd rather start Covington over Batum for the rest of the season. That's just my opinion, but I guess 2K has their own. I guess we'll just see how the rest of the season goes. As I told you guys, at the trade deadline, we're going to try to trade for a star. As I told you immediately, I think of the Chicago Bulls as a potential team that could have a couple guys come available. If the 76ers wanted to jump on Zach LaVine, I think that could make some sense. But we'll obviously look around the league and just kind of see what 2K has as, teams that are selling or rebuilding, and then we'll just start to talk them up. Maybe the Raptors are willing to move on from Siakam, and the 76ers can get in on that. Obviously, Masai Ujiri is a hard negotiator, so we'll see. Let's just go ahead, simulate to the trade deadline, and let's see who we can get at the deadline when we get there. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that is available on mobile or desktop. Simply, it is you against projections, you against the numbers. All you do is go over or under on the numbers that they give you. They have all kinds of stats. They have all kinds of sports as well. So let's say when we wanted to go all the way to 3-pointers made, and we want to go over on Giannis making a 3 tonight, we'd go more on that. And let's say we think Shaedon Sharp's going to make 3 threes tonight, we go over on that. 2-player entry is 3 times your money, up to 6-player entries, up to 25 times your money. Use my code down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. This is just a way to enhance your viewing experience. It gives you a little bit of a sweat while you're watching games. So if you want to sign up for PrizePicks, like I said, links in the description below. It's a lot of fun. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. So we're starting the trade deadline as I promised, and well, we're 41-9, so maybe we don't need to make any changes here at the trade deadline. I'm still going to make a change because I think that's what the 76ers are going to do in real life, but we are going to go off what 2K has as bad teams. So as much as I think Chicago could be a team that's selling at the deadline, right now they actually aren't. So let's go ahead and scroll through these, and let's see teams that we could start to talk to about potentially getting a star off of them. So it says that we're rebuilding even though we're the first seed in the East. We've only lost 9 games, so I don't know what that means, but whatever. Bucks, they're contending, so we can't talk about them like about Dame or Giannis. Chicago was a team I kept mentioning, and they're buying right now, so they have no intentions of selling either. They're the 5th seed in the East, and they're above 500. So as much as I think Chicago could be that team, in 2K, they aren't. Cavaliers, 25-24, they're buying. Celtics are contending, even though they're under 500, which is kind of weird. So far, the simulation's like backwards, in my opinion. Clippers contending at 25-25. Grizzlies contending. Hawks buying, contending. So far, we have not seen a single team rebuilding or selling. And finally, we have our first rebuilding team. Now, they have like LaMelo Ball, of course, but LaMelo seems a little too crazy. I don't even think we'd have enough to get him anyway. So probably can't talk about the Hornets about anybody. The Jazz are selling, so Lauri Markkanen is someone that we could talk about. He's not really the star that I'm looking for, but we'll keep him as an option. Kings, De'Aaron Fox. We could have De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Maxey play together. That's not a terrible option. So we'll keep it in the back of our head. The Knicks are rebuilding. They're 26 and 25. They have RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson. I don't really want any of those guys though. Contending Lakers, obviously we can't talk to them. Magic got Paulo and Franz Wagner. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Okay, Mavericks are selling, but getting Luka, of course, I don't think we have enough assets for that. Kyrie probably don't have enough either. The Nets are selling, and they have Mikal Bridges. Obviously, Mikal was drafted to Philadelphia once upon a time. They traded him on draft night for whatever reason. Still made no sense to me to this day. It's exactly what they've needed for a long time. Buying Nuggets and then rebuilding Pacers. They don't have anything other than Halliburton. TJ McConnell buying, Pistons are rebuilding, Raptors selling. So this is a team I kind of mentioned. I think Siakam actually could make a ton of sense next to Embiid. So that actually might be like the most realistic option in my opinion. It's just a matter of would Masai Ujiri trade Siakam? That's the problem. Rockets, they don't have anything I'm looking for. Spurs, Suns, Thunder. I mean, Shea obviously would always be awesome, but I just can't really see that happening. The Timberwolves, we can go get Cat, I guess, but I don't really want to do that. Blazers, as I mentioned, like Brogdon or Jeremy Grant, if that's what you wanted to go for. I mean, it's two guys maybe, then Wizards. So to me, out of all those, I think Pascal Siakam is our best bet. And again, it is tough, although Mikal is also a good option as well. So I'm kind of debating between either Mikal or Pascal Siakam. Mikal is someone I get quite often, but Siakam is someone in the past I've gotten quite a bit. But I feel like Siakam would be the guy to go get. I know, and again, Brooklyn values Mikal Bridges super highly, and so does Toronto with Pascal Siakam. He's averaging 18 points per game this season, while Mikal Bridges, let's see what he's doing in Brooklyn. But those are the two guys I would be looking at. He's averaging 22, and obviously Mikal Bridges' contract is phenomenal. We got Mikal next to Maxey and Embiid. I mean, I like Mikal a lot. He is younger, but I also kind of want to potentially change it up with going after Toronto Siakam. I don't know. Which one do I want to get? I feel like I'm going to make the wrong decision here no matter what. I mean, Mikal is younger, and he might not regress, while Siakam might regress. And obviously matching obviously Mikal Bridges' contract's going to be a lot easier. You know what? We're going to rewrite the wrong of Philadelphia. They should have kept this guy when they drafted him on draft night. We're going to rewrite that wrong right now. So I'm going to trade Marcus Morris' contract, and then we have like Jaden Springer, who I think is maybe an asset that maybe Brooklyn values. I don't know if they would or not. And then we're going to trade as many picks as we can. So our 2024 unprotected, obviously we have that Clippers pick in 2028, and now we have that 2026 Clippers pick as well. So we'll go with that. And then you give me like, I don't know, Dennis Smith Jr. So something like this. So Marcus Morris, Springer, and then 3 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. Now, is this enough to get Mikal? I'm not sure. Obviously, the Nets asking price has been astronomical. Don't really know if I have anything else to give up, but you know what? This is what we're going to go for. So 3 first-rounders and a young player, plus Morris's salary for Mikal. They don't actually agree to that right away, so I don't have another first to give them, so let's go Knicks second. And just kidding, I don't think we're going to be able to get Mikal Bridges unless if we offered maybe somebody better. So Jaden Springer was only 1-star value, so I wonder if I offered like Paul Reed or something, maybe they say yes to this. They agree. Okay, so all we needed was the change there. So Paul Reed is going to go to Brooklyn while we have Mikal Bridges now. So Mikal Bridges are brand new starting. Actually, he could be our starting 2, or we could move Tobias Harris down to the 4 if we wanted to as well. I might do that. We're going to move Mikal to the 3. So just like that, we have our 3rd star. Although I said we were really good at 41-9, so maybe we didn't need to make any changes, but Mikal is our guy in Philly with Embiid, Tobias Harris, Anthony Melton, and our bench actually still is pretty solid as well. Mo Bamba will be that back at 5, and Beverly will still be here, and Covington is still here as well. And I do want to get Covington minutes, but at the same time, Beverly, Mo Bamba, that's fine as well. So I'm going to go ahead, sum up the rest of the season. We're now up to a 4.5 perimeter-centric squad, so we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Hopefully, we keep our first seed in the East, but I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Victor Wembanyama is your Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man, Giannis Offensive Player, and then Paul Reed's your Most Improved Player on the Brooklyn Nets as they get a Most Improved guy in Brooklyn. Also, one thing I forgot to mention while I made that trade, I feel like that 2028 Clippers pick could be like very valued around the league, which is why I also think possibly the 76ers and the Nets can come into agreement. Obviously, they've made trades together in the past with the Simmons-James Harden thing. So I wouldn't rule it out. Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year. So here's your NBA first team with Jokic, Giannis, John Morant, Trae Young, LeBron, Joel Embiid, Luka, Steph, LaMelo, and Shea. So Embiid does make an All-NBA second team. I don't expect to see Maxey here, although that would have been really cool. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. All rookie first team and all rookie second team. So we did keep our first seed in the Eastern Conference, which is phenomenal. If you take a look at the end of the season stats here, yeah, 29 for Maxey, which is absolutely beautiful. This is what we want. We wanted this guy to step up with Harden gone. He's done absolutely that. 26 from Embiid, 20 from Mikal, 14.5 from Oubre. Actually, he's been really solid here as well, and Tobias Harris with 12. One thing I did do at the extension deadline is I actually extended DeAnthony Melton. To me, it was a no-brainer. Shooting 42% from 3, and he only wants $8 million per year. Yeah, sign me up for that. We extended him, no problem. He is back, so we're going to keep him around, and I believe we should have a bunch of cap space this offseason, so that'll be cool. I know, obviously, we have to resign Maxey. I don't know if we're going to be able to do much of anything else now that we brought in Mikal. But, you know, Philadelphia also could just, you know, roll their cap space over into the offseason if they don't make a trade at the deadline. But we get the New York Knicks in round 1, so obviously the Knicks are a team that can be tough in 2K, so I wouldn't rule out the idea that we could get, you know, upset by them, but I'm hoping that does not happen. Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 4. So now we get Cleveland. Now I wonder, will this be the first time that Joel Embiid can make it out of round 2? Obviously, this is just in a 2K hypothetical land, but it would still be, you know, phenomenal to get out of round 2 here. Somebody current round, and no, we did it. Wow, I thought we were done for, and we actually came back from, it looked like 3-0 to beat the Cavaliers, and now we get the Chicago Bulls. So the Chicago Bulls have Lonzo, Caruso, Levine, DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic, Patrick Williams, Andre Drummond, Kobe White, and Javon Carter. Obviously, Lonzo's not healthy in real life, but in this hypothetical land, he is. So Denver, LA on the other side. So, oh my goodness, how cool would it be in season number 1 to get James Harden and the Clippers versus us in the finals? That'd be so awesome. We sweep them and we got it. So Clippers, 76ers, NBA finals. James Harden, of course, former team. And then you got, you know, guys that were on the Clippers, their former squad as well. Kenyon Martin Jr. was not on the Clippers very long. It's kind of funny. But regardless, this is what they're rolling out. So they have actually Harden, Paul George, Powell, Kawhi, Zubac, and Russ off the bench with Mason Plumlee, Terrence Mann, Bones Highland, and PJ Tucker. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Let's see how it goes. Game 1, we're down 1-0. They beat us by 11 there, so that's an unfortunate way to start this, but let's see if we can even it up. Game 2, we even it up. I actually don't know who has home court advantage here. I assume, oh, it's definitely us. What am I talking about? They're the 7th seed. So game 3, they win. We got to win 1 in their home floor, and we do. So we have an even series here. Now we have a huge game 5 ahead of us. They want to give more minutes to Embiid. I can agree with that. So here we go to see if we can win this huge game 5 in Philly. Clippers have a nice lead in the first quarter. They beat us by 20 in the first quarter, and it's not looking good for us to win at home here, which really sucks. So now we have to go to LA and win a pivotal game 6. So here we go. Game 6, it says give more minutes to Kelly Oubre. Sure, why not? We'll give more minutes to Oubre if that's what we need to do. Okay. I also might just go 8-man rotation here. Backs against the wall. Let's do it. Bench utilization, maybe even take it down just a little bit as well. Let's go down to like a 50. Let's play our starters a lot of minutes here, and let's try to win this game 6. So game 6 in LA land. Can we come out here and beat the Clippers to force a game 7 back to Philly? Kind of a close game, but it looks like they started to run away with it a little bit. We're down 9. Maybe we can come back here. We got to start to score a little bit and get stops. Don't think it's going to happen for us, boys. I think we have lost to the Clippers in the finals, unless we're kind of getting there. No, we lost. So we lose in 6 to the Clippers in the finals. Man, James Harden had our number, but the Clippers are going to fall off. Like, their roster only gets older, and they're about to have 4 free agents this offseason. So there's a huge possibility that we can be, you know, obviously a championship team next year. So I'm not even that upset about it. Draft lottery night. Obviously, we just traded our draft pick. The Rockets have number 1 via Brooklyn. And then their pick goes to the Thunder. So I don't finally have to fix that. That actually worked out. But Brooklyn, you know, gives up the number 1 pick because of that James Harden trade. So staff signing. We got Nick Nurse. We're going to keep him around, obviously. And then we're going to go ahead and grab Caleb Goldman. Also, it could have made sense to trade for Siakam at the deadline because obviously Nick Nurse coached Siakam. So, you know, it could have a little bit of a reunion there if it does happen. But let's go ahead, grab Henry Wagner. And then big man coach, we can go ahead and grab... also, and then aren't Joel Embiid and Siakam from Cameroon together, if I'm not mistaken? So that also is another connection if that happens. So maybe Siakam's a 76er. We'll see. On draft night, let's see what we got going on. I don't think we have any picks. We might have a second rounder. We do have like a pick in the second round, last pick. I'm not worried about it. Player options, we're going to have nothing. And then qualifying offers, of course, Maxey is an important free agent for us, and I'll decline everyone else. So Maxey, no brainer there. We got to resign him. Do I have money to sign LeBron? I do. Wow, I actually have money to sign a guy like LeBron James right now. Now, I'm not going to do that because obviously I'm throwing all my eggs on Maxey. Like, there's no brainer. And Tobias Harris, someone we have to sign as well. But if I could push that off for as long as I can and maybe sign a different power forward, Siakam is available, but I don't think we'll have that much money. Man, it would be cool to sign Maxey then Siakam. Like, that would be awesome. But Tobias Harris, to me, is somebody I would not mind bringing back. Or there's Sadiq Bey as well. But I kind of want to see if I can lock on Maxi as soon as possible. So let's go 5-year deal. So that's going to leave us about $22 million in cap space, it looks like. So we actually do have some money. So I'm going to offer Maxi his contract. I'm going to try to wait for as long as I can on Tobias Harris. Hopefully he doesn't get an offer, but if he does, I might have to act soon. He's starting to get offers. Dude, I don't know if I want to lose Tobias Harris for nothing. Although we're going to have money, so maybe I'm fine with it. But then again, like, I guess I could go Sadiq Bey, who actually kind of progresses a little bit. 39% from 3. Do I want to give me Sadiq Bey? I'm gonna offer Sadiq Bey right now. Now I do have to I have to give him a little bit more money because I know the Hawks end up matching it. But let's go Maxi Sadiq Bey. I don't even know if it's gonna let me, and it does. So we get Sadiq Bey. That would have been a really good, signing. So I'm happy with that. So we got Sadiq Bey as our new 4. So now we have Maxi, DeAnthony Melton, Jaden Springer, Mikal, Sadiq Bey, Joel Embiid. But as you can tell, we have no bench, like literally none. The bench is non-existent. So we have a starting 5 that I'm very happy with. I'm glad that we got Sadiq Bey in here, but we need to focus on this bench as well, as it's phenomenally bad. So we have no bird rights anymore. We just renounced everything, it looks like. So I've seen Drummond. I see Watford. I also see like Eubanks. I think Drummond is always a really good signing as a backup 5. So I'm going to sign Drummond to a 2-year deal. That leaves us a little bit of money left over. So let's get Drummond. Oh, can I sign Kenyon Martin back? Or Drummond goes to Oklahoma City? I don't know if I can get Kenyon Martin back, but I would love to do that as well. I don't know if he's asking for a lot or whatever. Not sure why that's not an option. Marcus Morris is out there. Trendon Watford at 23, although to me, he's not really a center. 9 points. He shot 42% from 3. He's a 77 overall at 23 years old, although giving him $8 million does not feel great. Jordan Nwora. Jay Crowder, if he wasn't going to go down, wouldn't mind that. Derek Jones Jr., man, the options are very thin. I think we have to go ahead and not worry about backup 5 right now, although I think backup 5 is pretty important. I'm going to sign Lonnie Walker to be our backup 3, I think. I'm going to go 2-year deal on Lonnie Walker, secure him. And yeah, Kenny Martin, I think, is gone. And then now we have to really scrape at the bottom barrel. I think Eubanks probably has to be our backup 5, unfortunately. So we're going to go Eubanks. And then we have not many great options left. So Covington probably has to be our backup 4. So I'm going to sign Covington. Our bench is about to be super awful, man. That sucks. Okay, and then... Man, Kenyon Martin, I thought I would be able to keep him, but they didn't even give me that option, it looks like. That sucks. Jeff Green. Yeah, the options are slim pickings here. I guess I'm going to go McLaughlin to be our backup point guard. Don't love it, but, it is what it is. We could sign Rivers as well. I guess I'll sign him. Yeah, not great. Player progression. Let's see. Triquavion Smith is back. Council is back. So you have Joel Embiid down. Mikal is up. Maxi is up. Sadiq Bey is up to an 81. Melton's up. Lonnie Walker's up. And Eubanks is up. So Covington is down. Springer's up, so that's a great sign that Springer maybe could develop into that for us. But obviously, we need to get a better bench still. So that is going to be a focus at the deadline. We're going to be top heavy, which is fine. That's to be expected. I'm very happy we got Sadiq Bey. Maybe I could have just signed Tobias Harris and been fine. But Sadiq Bey, I think, was a great get as well. So let's go ahead and see what our rotation is going to look like going into the season and how we can improve the bench at the deadline. Let's see how it goes. So Power Rankings is going to land us at 2nd overall. Proficiency is still a 4.5. We might as well go ahead and move Nick Nurse to perimeter centric, since that's what we're going to run for the rest of the video most likely. So let's do that. Perimeter centric, and then this is what it's going to look like. So rotationally, we got Maxi, Melton, Mikal, Sadiq Bey, Joel Embiid. So obviously starting 5 changed with Sadiq Bey being the power forward now. Eubanks, Lonnie Walker, McLaughlin, and then Covington. So yeah, the end of the bench, of course, as we knew, is not great. We're going to run a 9-man rotation with Covington being that last guy. But we do have some contracts that we potentially trade at the deadline, so we'll try for that at the deadline. So I will see you guys most likely at the trade deadline again to improve this bench, because it's definitely not good enough. Although it isn't much, we're going to be trading Robert Covington and Austin Rivers in a second over to the Celtics for Keita Bates-Job to be our backup power forward. He's a 76 overall. It does not feel great, but we're just looking to improve our bench any way that we can. Melton right now is cold as a starter, but that just improves our bench a little bit. McLaughlin, of course, is going to be a backup point guard at 75 overall. I don't know if we could just sign a free agent. Like, I don't know if there's anybody willing to sign a minimum. Like Mike Conley, that would be great to get him, but obviously he's not going to resign. He's not going to sign a minimum, although I would love to have him as a backup point guard over McLaughlin. Killian Hayes, no, we're not going to get there. So, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody. Cameron Payne, maybe. Minimum. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get anybody, unfortunately. So I guess that was our get at the deadline. Okogie probably wants too much. Yeah, so we're kind of stuck with what we got. We're still really good though. We're still a really good team. So I guess our big get is Keita Bates-Job. Doesn't feel great. I could trade Springer here probably for something good and maybe get something back in return that would be worth it. But I also feel like Springer could potentially be our backup somewhere next season. I feel like he could be our backup 2 next year if he develops enough, which he may not develop enough. So this is a gamble if I do keep him, but not really sure if there's anybody out here that like warrants me trading him. Like Charles would be great, but we do have Eubanks. I'm not really looking for a backup 5 right now. So I'll just leave it the way it is. Springer, I'm just going to hope that you could turn into that backup, 2 next year. He's 6'4", so we'll see how it goes. 38-12. I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. So at the end of year number 2, we finish up as the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. Taking a look at the end of the season stats. 31.5 from Maxey, 24 from Joel Embiid. And wow, Mikal Bridges with 20. Actually, I thought that was Sadiq Bey. I apologize. But Sadiq Bey with 14 points per game and also shot 37% from 3. So really solid get there. Mikal with 21 and 24 from Embiid. And 31.5 for Maxey, as I said. Lonnie Walker 10. 8 from Melton, 6 from Eubanks, and then 6 from Keita Bates-Job, 4 from McLaughlin, and then 4 from O'Shea Brissett. But nonetheless, Cleveland is the 1st seed in the Eastern Conference. So we get the Orlando Magic in the 1st round. Do we want to shrink this down to 8-man rotation throughout the playoffs? We might do that because I don't really like the end of my bench. So we're going to go 8-man rotation throughout the playoffs, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. So Orlando in round 1. Here goes nothing. Fultz quickly. Franz Wagner, Paulo, Wendell Carter, Suggs, Cole Anthony, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner, and Anthony Black. Somebody current round against them, and we are going to sweep the Magic. So that's a great start. And now we get to play the Milwaukee Bucks. The Clippers are nowhere to be found this time around as the team that beat us last year, of course. Milwaukee. They still have Damon Giannis. They have Josh Richardson now. I actually like that get for them. 5 Ports, Brook Lopez, James Wiseman, Pat Connaughton, Alec Burks. Actually a really solid Milwaukee squad. So going to give them all the respect and go one by one here. So 38 from Maxey in that first game with 32 from Embiid. Wow, 161 and 164. No defense being played whatsoever. 50 from Maxey, 33, and 22, while Dame has 42, Chris Middleton with 30. So far, we're off to a 3-0 start, which is great. 37 from Maxey, 35. We have not lost a game in the playoffs just yet as we sweep both our 1st round competitions. And now we get the Knicks, who we beat in round 1 last year. So kind of hoping we could do that same thing here with the Knicks. Roster is kind of the same. The only thing it looks like that's changed is they brought in Bol. On the other side, you got Oklahoma City and Golden State. Do we win? We have not lost a game yet. We have not lost a game. Joel Embiid is your conference finals MVP, and now we get the Golden State Warriors. Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Kuminga, Tillman, Chris Paul, Draymond, Kevon Looney, Osman Garuba. Game 1, we finally lose the game. We're going down 1-0. Game 2, we're down 2-0. Game 3, can we win game 4, please? No. We're down 3-1, and I clicked Simcast Live again on accident. Gosh dang it. I did not mean to click. I don't know why I accidentally click this all the time. So wait, can I just jump in and then let's go Simcast? This is what I would have done anyway. Actually, let's just back out. I don't like where this is going. Let's just back out, go back to Simcast, and not click Simcast Live. So Simcast, they say give more minutes to Anthony Melton. You know what? I say let's just ignore the advice right now and just see how this goes. So I think we could come back, though. I think there is a potential of forcing game 7 here. So we are going to win at home in Philadelphia, 87-140. So that's a great start. And now we're going to go to Golden State to see if we can win this one. All we got to do is win this one, escape with a victory here, and we're back in the mix. So all we got to do is finish off the Warriors here. And just like that, we got a game 7 on our hands. Okay, game 7 in Philly. Here it goes. Come on, baby. Let's win this championship to end the video. Come on. All right, close. We might actually have a close game where we have to jump in and watch the end here. So make it close so I can jump in. Make it close. And right now, okay, we might get there. So it's going to be a close game at the end, which is great. So we get to watch the end of this game and see. Now I'm going to jump in with maybe 5 minutes left. Okay, we're actually starting to run away with it, but let's watch the end still. Let's watch the end. Let's try to, escape here with a championship. It looked pretty bad there for a second, but I also could play this out, but no, we're not going to play it out. You guys know what it looks like when I play. So let's just watch. I felt like, hey, we have a pretty good lead. I could jump in and just, play it out, but no, I'm just going to watch because I might choke the lead, knowing me. So 2 minutes left on the clock. Let's see what we're going to do here. So we're going to go to Mikal. DeAnthony Melton gets the ball. And actually, that was only Walker. My apologies. But wow, Embiid and Eubanks pick and roll. Never thought I'd see the day. Embiid midi, and he's going to hit that. That was pretty bizarre. Why is Eubanks on the floor? I have no idea. But whatever. I hate this. I hate this 5 that we have on the floor. Eubanks and Embiid is weird. But whatever. If it's working, it's working. 97-108. Lonnie Walker on Steph. Trips up. Steph tries to hit a step back 3. Hesitates. Goes down to Garuba. Eubanks on him. I guess the Warriors have 2 centers out there too, so maybe that's why we're doing it. I don't know. But Garuba is going to shoot a 3, and he is going to miss it. Mikal Bridges with the rebound. Max is going to take it up floor. Looks like we got this one in the bag, but let's just make sure here. So we got Eubanks I thought Eubanks was about to get a screen, but it's going to be Embiid who gets it in the middle of the floor. Looney, he picks up his dribble. Going to Mikal here. Mikal to Maxey. Maxey's got the ball with Chris Paul. Screen from Joel Embiid. You could have maybe given it to Embiid. Given it back to Embiid. He was wide open on the perimeter, but Maxey tries for a layup. Misses it. Chris Paul going to take it to Steph. Stephen Curry hesitates again, and now we got a foul. Blocking foul on Lonnie Walker. And that's going to send Steph to the free throw line to try to make this a single digit game. 99 to 108 if he hits it, and he does. So just like that, single point game now. But we got Maxey still on the floor. They took out Eubanks. They have Sadiq Bey back out here, so our starting five is back out here, which I like for the last minute of the game. Mikal Bridges has the ball. Gonna give it to Embiid with a nice little step back, and just like that, looking like Dirk Nowitzki out there, hits it. Probably going to end the game there with that, and that should be all she wrote. That was over Tillman. I wasn't sure who that was, but Stephen Curry is going to try to take it down, and that is going to be a charging foul on Stephen Curry. Joel Embiid with a nice little flop. If it wasn't a flop, it was a good little foul to take. Maxey, I'm going to get the ball. 47 seconds left on the clock, and that should be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking good. You know what? Let's I don't think I could choke this with 41 seconds left. Let's jump in and play the rest of this out. Give me a... Actually, I did not mean to do that. Whatever. Let's just go to Joel Embiid. Let me see if I can hit a step back, Dirk Nowitzki style, over Xavier Tillman. Oh, in and out. That sucks. 28 seconds left. Okay, I tried. It's all good. We got Jonathan Kuminga dribbling the ball. I'm going to try to play some good defense on him. And, okay, he's going to pass it out to Steph. D'Anthony Melton on him. Playing great defense. Passes it to Wiggins. Mikal on him. Screen from Kuminga. I've play the screen nicely. Kuminga on Maxey. Defense, we are clamping them up until the very end, 101 to 110. Are they going to play the foul game, or are they going to forfeit it? 8 seconds left. Now, I know I shouldn't take a shot out of sportsmanship, but I might still take one if I get a screen in time from Embiid. Clock ticking. 3 Maxey. At the buzzer, does not go in. But it doesn't matter. We have won a championship just like that. Without James Harden, he's gone. We get Joel Embiid in the 76ers a championship. So I'll let you guys watch championship celebration as the video ends. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see y'all in the next video. I have a really fun idea tomorrow, as long as no other trades happen, which I don't think they will. But this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.